Okay, I'm going to review a film that I'm not 100% sure how YouTube is going to react to the title of this film because usually when you throw out that word, you get kicked out. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so the film that I am going to review was a film I did a trailer reaction to, and it features an actor that I'm a fan of. I haven't seen a ton of films, but the first Indian film I watched was RRR starring Ram Charan. So I wanted to watch this. Wasn't recommended by anybody but me. So the film is Peddi, which means big, elder, important in Telugu. And this is a Telugu film. It's directed by Bucci Babu Sana. It stars Ram Charan, who I've seen in RRR, Game Changer, Ragla South Thalam. I'm not saying that right because I don't have it in front of me. Janvi Kapoor, who was in Homebound and Devara Part 1. Shivar, Shivaraj, Shivaraj Kumar, who's in Jailer. Divyenda Sharma, who's in Mirzapur, bad guy in Mirzapur. Mad Going Express. Shruti Hassan in a cameo. Kamal Hassan's daughter, who I've seen in a few things. Cooley, Hi Nana, and Vedalam, who I'd like to see a lot more of, if you know what I'm saying. Bowman Arani, who's in everything. He's in everything. But the first thing I ever saw him in was Three Idiots. And Jagapathi Baul, who was in Rangastalam, which is the film that Ram Charan was in, and Jat. Now, there's not a lot of factoids. In fact, there's only two. There was all kinds of backlash over the way they portrayed Janvi. Overly sexualized, objectified. In fact, when her entrance is a close up of her body before they get to her face. And the director also issued an apology and trimmed some of the scenes, which I have to say I'm a little surprised about because um, a lot of times in these films when they introduce the female characters, it is sexualized a little bit, and she's a good looking woman and she's got a nice body too. So I kind of get why they do that, but the uproar over it I didn't quite understand. So let's get right to the review. The story. Now, I have to say, this film didn't necessarily work for me for a lot of reasons. And because it's a new film, I can't show you clips. Although I can show you, because there was a lot of songs in this, I can show you clips from the songs, but there's really not a lot of clips like great scenes. I'm going to tell you what the great scenes I thought were, but I'm not going to show them to you because I can't download the film. So I'm just going to play some scenes from the trailer, okay? But the story is about this super athlete played by Ram Charan, who through the course of the film is a cricketer, a runner, um, a para Olympian runner, um, and it's his journey and him wanting to help his village out by getting a railway stop in his village. Because right now the train goes right through, and if they have to go to a hospital or anything, they have to trek down some pretty treacherous terrain. Um, and 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 it that's really what it's about. It starts off with the Indian Olympic Committee trying to find an athlete because they didn't do well in the Olympics. And Bowman Irani plays this. I don't even know what his character's title was. His name was Karan Singh, but he's going somewhere and he ends up at this village, and everyone's telling him about Peddi, that he's the greatest cricketer, he's the greatest runner, he's the greatest wrestler. That's another sport that he did too. And he's trying to find him. So this guy from the village says, "I'll take you to him." And that is the framing of the film where this guy is telling Bowman Irani about Petty, his whole story. And that's what the movie shows you, his entire story. Um, I just didn't think it was very good. It was just okay. Like there were things in it I really liked, but it wasn't a very compelling story. And his athletic prowess. It's funny because when this movie started, I thought there was a film that Disney did called The World's Greatest Athlete, and it starred Jan Michael Vincent, and he played this guy um, in this. I actually think it was in Africa, and an Olympic coach finds this amazing, like Tarzan. He was like Tarzan, and he goes in the decathlon. That's where I thought this was going because Ram Charan was so good at so many different sports. Then it took this completely different turn. And he's a carefree guy who does this for money. And they pay him, they bid on him to like be in cricket. And then through the course of the film, he takes up wrestling, becomes very good at wrestling. But then his leg gets damaged. And then you take this whole other route which I'll get to in a second. But let me tell you some of the things that I liked because first of all, Ram Charan is great in this film. And if you're a Ram Charan fan, you're gonna love it because he's very compelling. He's got a lot of charisma. You know, he's a standout. But like the first fight scene is a really good fight scene because they do this thing, and I can actually show a little clip from this because it was a song. But they do it in shadows, but he's got a flashlight in his mouth. So you see the beam, but they can't the guys he's fighting can't see his face till the end of it. I thought that was really cool, really well done. Then there's another scene where almost the whole village is going through this mountain, and there's a mudslide that happens, and I'm sure it was CGI, but it was really well done, and it was pretty terrifying, and it's the whole reason why they want this railway stop so they don't have to do this. So that was a great scene. Um, then they did this thing. So he is wrestling, right? And he wasn't a wrestler at the beginning, but he finds a coach that's going to teach him. It was right out of the Karate Kid. Instead of letting him wrestle, he's having him do all this menial labor. But everything he's doing, like paint the fence, wax the floor, he's learning wrestling moves. So that was stolen right from the Karate Kid. But then what he does at one point, it's a cool scene the way they did it. As he's wrestling, they incorporate him playing cricket to show that a lot of the moves he was doing in cricket, he can use in wrestling. And they did that a lot through a wrestling match. I thought that was really cool. And the last scene that I really like. So at one point in the story, and this was one of the things I just thought was ridiculous. Okay, his leg is damaged on purpose. Again, Karate Kid, sweep the leg, sweep the leg. His leg gets damaged pretty badly. He can't wrestle anymore. Okay, but the only way he can help his village is if he's able to win something athletically, which gives him power with the government. Okay. So what he decides to do, and he there's this scene where he's on a train, and there's another train coming the other way. So he sticks his bad leg out, and the other train shears the leg off. Okay. So now he's got this, the Paralympic guys wear them. It's a leg that looks like it's got almost like a ski on it with a little bend in it. He gets one of those, and then he gets to be in the Paralympics. And as he's running, he falls, and the other guys are all running away. Well, he starts flashing back to everything that he's done. He gets himself up and he ends up winning the race. Spoiler. And he wins the gold medal. And now he does this big speech on how the village, their village doesn't get any recognition. Their village doesn't even have a name, blah, blah, blah. And that was a really cool scene. Now the ridiculous scene was him letting the train shear off his leg. Because when that happens that fast, you're going to die. Okay. Blood loss and shock. So that was kind of silly. But the story, and the story, it was a 5. It wasn't a very good story. It wasn't a very compelling story. I'm sorry to say. The performances, look, this is a Ram Charan film, and he's very good at it. even with the over the top ridiculous stuff, he still carries the film, and he's great in the musical numbers too. And everyone else was good. I didn't recognize a lot of faces like Javi Kapoor. She's a beautiful girl, and she did not play what you typically see from like Bollywood actresses. She was very aggressive. Like she kisses him, which you don't see very often. Um, and she's not taking any guff from anybody. She's trying to get her father elected, so she's real aggressive. I thought she was really good in this. Um, but it's the movie's him, right? So based on that, I'll give the performances a 7. Now the music, and there was a ton of music in this. And I can show clips from this. I don't know if I'm going to copyright it or not. But the first song is his introduction, and it's called Village Rocker. And it's great, because another great entrance for these guys as he's walking into the cricket court. The cricket, I don't know what they call it. Is it the field? I think it's the field. Not the pitch, that's soccer. Football, that's football. He walks in, you only see his feet, you see the cricket bat, and then slowly it comes up and he's smoking, and he smokes a lot in this film. So that's the first song. The second song, which I loved, was Rai Rai Ra Ra. And it's after he wins in cricket, and it is a gigantic number with these synchronized dance moves, and he's right in the center of it. And the guy's talented, I remember in RRR when I saw that dance number that they did, him and Junior NTR. I was like, what the hell? It was amazing, and he's amazing in this too. Cigarette in the mouth because he smokes a lot. Third song, Chicory Chicory, is the love song with him and Janvi Kapoor, which is a cute song. Fourth song is a training montage, like in the Rocky films, and it's Masa Masa, and that's when he's training for wrestling. And by the way, when he was wrestling, he was jacked. He was huge. He's got that V shape. And he stopped smoking because he wants to be in shape. He's got the hair pulled back. Fifth song during wrestling, and the song is I Came to Show You Your Place. The sixth song, and this is where Shruti Hassan, the lovely Shruti Hassan, makes a cameo, and it's called Helalo, Helalo, Helalo. And it's all guys and her. And then at one point, Janvi's character, Achiyama, joins them, and they look beautiful in it, but the number's big. And again, all the synchronized dancing, which I just absolutely love in these films. And then the seventh song is after the hospital, where they had to cut his leg. He's kind of wandering around, not knowing what to do. Is that when that happened, or before he chopped off his leg? No, it's before. Okay, no, I misspoke. He leaves the hospital, and they tell him he's not going to be able to wrestle anymore. So he's kind of wandering around, and he's trying to get someone from the government to recognize their village so they can get the railway. No one will give him the time of day. That's when he knows what he has to do is win in something, and that's when he makes the decision to get his leg sheared off. But that was kind of a somber song, and that was it for the music. Now, the music was fine. I actually like the music better than the movie, especially the big numbers. So I gave the music a 6. Overall, look, it was okay. It was mediocre at best. So I'm going to give the movie a 5. It just wasn't that great. I'm sorry. But I thought he was good in it. I liked some things in it, but overall, it wasn't very good. And I haven't even seen the box office, so I don't know how well it's doing. But if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Am I way off? Did you think it was a lot better than I thought it was? I just thought it was, like I said, it was okay. All right, so that's it. So again, let me know what you think in the comments section, and do me a favor if you haven't already. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, because when you hit the like button, when you leave a comment, we build a community one maniac at a time. And you know what? It costs you nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. Okay? So do me that favor, would you? All right, that's it. We'll talk to you soon. John Talks Indian Cinema with another movie review, a trailer reaction, or a song reaction. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.